Alright guys, it's time for another My Lego City update. And since my last video, I've added a few buildings, but really I'm creating this video because I need your help. There's a few things I'm not sure what to do with, and I'm really hoping that you guys can advise me and tell me what it looks like and where they should go. So first of all, those of you guys that watched my last video know that I added a corner garage, and it actually makes a lot of sense for my city because it's right in front of this walkway or this path that I originally anticipated that allows the minifigs or whoever to be able to walk through. And since then, I've decided to add to it because I thought it was a little plain, so I picked up this little creator set. I believe this is called a toy shop and grocer, where you do have a toy shop on that side and a grocery store on this side. Obviously, the detail doesn't compare to the modulars, but it makes sense, especially I like the fact that it is a very narrow building, and you can see, and it still leaves plenty of walking space over here. So I think it looks pretty good. Put some trees out here. However, I do think that there needs to be something on this corner here, right? And there is another set called Corner Cafe, which is actually built to go on a corner. So I think that is going to go here. Overall, I like this look. I think that it makes it a bit more cozy in terms of the walking space, right? And a little bit more busy, and it makes a bit more sense. So this is number one. I wanted to get your opinion in terms of, this does look good, or should I remove it and just leave it wide open like how it was before? But if you guys vote that, honestly, I don't know what to do because I don't know where else this would go. So that is number one. That's the first thing I changed. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. It's growing on me. At first, I didn't know if this really worked out, but after I placed it and tiled it, I think it looks pretty good. And the walkway is still decent enough amount of space so that it's really not that narrow, right? So that's number one. Number two, some of you guys mentioned that the police station at this corner didn't make much sense, so I decided to move it. So in my last video, I showed you guys over here where I moved the fire department to this corner, and a lot of people liked it. I decided to kind of consolidate this space, okay, in terms of moving the police station here and also putting it right next to the fire station and my new latest building, which is the hospital. But let me show you, in terms of the police station, you know, I had to rearrange it a little bit. You know, since everything is like its own section, like this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, pretty easy to move around. I made sure to move the jail cell, right, which this actually pops open. For those of you guys that don't know, there's actually a little button here. There you go. That's actually pretty cool. That's how the people, the prisoners escape, right? So I made sure to leave this on this side so that the kids can still access it. Otherwise, if this was on the inside, it'll be, you know, impossible to access. But overall, this fits the corner now where the fire department used to. But I think it works, and you can still access the car. The only thing is the entrance, you can't really see, but I don't think that's a big deal. Mostly what you want to access is the car and the jail cell, right? And right next to it is the fire department. Now, fire department is pretty much the same. I had to move this long engine bay because this is the longest piece. It extends into the park, but barely, and you know, I don't think it's a big deal. And also, this goes right up against the line on the road. But overall, it still fits, in my opinion, right? You still have the main building, the small fire station car, and the big fire engine, obviously, right? So I think that looks pretty good. So that's number two. First of all, I want to get your opinion in terms of, does this look good? Is this a good spot? In my opinion, yes. I'm hoping that this is going to be the final position, that I'm not going to move things anymore in terms of the police station and fire department. And some of you guys commented, well, you need a hospital, and that's exactly what I added. So this is the latest building. My little ones actually both just completed within a day. This is under 1,000 pieces, pretty easy, and it's pretty modular. So these are built so that you could take these out pretty easily, so you can access the inside. This is actually a pretty small building. I thought the hospital was going to be bigger. It's actually much smaller than the police station and fire station, but it's pretty detailed. You can see, you know, patient on the bed with the doctor. There's an x-ray setup there that's actually pretty cool with the light. And you can see that this is the first I've ever seen actually a baby minifig, which is really, really cute. So you do get that. You do get another wheelchair, and you get everything else, like this guy holding flowers coming in. Overall, it's a small little building, so I think actually this fits in. I would say if you have a smaller city, this would fit in really well. But like I said, I want to consolidate and save some space and overall make, you know, the kind of like the theme match up. So I decided to put the hospital right next to the fire station. And it also makes sense because Lego always gives you a helicopter. So you got a paramedic. So you got a paramedic helicopter, you got a fire station helicopter, and a police station helicopter. So again, that kind of all flows, right? So what do you guys think? You like this layout? You know, along with the police station, fire station, hospital. I like this. I want to keep this like this. And overall, because it is on the very side of the Disney Castle, it still does not block access to look inside. And I like that too, because that's one of the things I want to do is make sure I don't block the back end of the Disney Castle. All right, so that is number 2, guys. I moved the police station, you know, populated this end of my city with the police station, fire station, and the hospital. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And lastly, this is the biggest thing that I need help with. And this is number 3, which is those 2 buildings that you guys probably saw already. And that is the bike shop and a cafe. Now, those are actually, in my opinion, mini modulars, okay? They're actually, if you take a look, I could just move one. They're not pinned down yet. But as you can see, it's actually a pretty sizable building, right? And these open up. So you could have it so that it is very narrow, but I kind of like the look where it's actually more like a modular building, right? So with that said, I put the 2 over there right next to the fire station because I actually need to put something over there because I don't have anything. This road plate I'm going to change so that it's a corner, right? And you guys could see my path from the other side as people or minifigs are walking over, right? I do need something over here. And these buildings here actually kind of make a lot of sense because once this area gets populated with a corner building, right, there's going to be a lot of walking space. There's going to be walking space here and walking space here, which is going to be tiled. And it makes sense because it's going to go all the way over here, right? And this is all going to be tile. So a lot of walking space. And overall, I think those 2 buildings, they just make more sense over there. And it makes more sense if you have a crowded area, like a very popular shopping area or a walkway or path, right? You're going to see a lot of mini shops. And that's where the toy store over there, grocer, and then remember I'm going to add on a corner cafe over there. And then, of course, the bike shop and the other cafe. It kind of all flows through, right? But this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Number 3, is that a good position for it? And if so, great. If not, let me know where else it could go. There's a little space over here, green space right next to the residential areas. It does not look good here, in my opinion, and it blocks the Disney Castle. Over here, you guys have seen my beach area, my lighthouse. The only place is this building. Now, this could be replaced, and those 2 can certainly fit over here. And it also might look pretty good, but then I don't know what to do with this building. Maybe this and the walk path would be better. So this is another position I'm really thinking about. So think about that, guys. And then if you look in the city, there's really nothing. I mean, these 2 spots, the 32 by 32 spots, is going to be reserved for my Brick Bank and the Parisian restaurant, because I am going to add Assembly Square over there. So if you take that into account, there's really nowhere else in the main city that those two buildings could go. The only other place would be here, which is where the police station was, but it's kind of secluded and doesn't look really good, right? And I tried to fool around with other places like the bus stop or this corner, and because they're small corners, they don't really fit. So I'm kind of in the bind, guys. All right, so that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. I have 3 things I need your help with. Number 1 is this building over here in the walk path, right? Do you think it looks good? If not, let me know. But if so, also let me know. Number 2 is back over there. In terms of the police station, fire station, a hospital, that whole area, I think all 3 buildings fit together really well, and it fits that area very well. So that's number 2. Do you guys like the new position where I placed those? And then lastly, number 3 is these 2 buildings, right? The bike shop and the cafe. Should it stay there? Or maybe it should go in that corner instead. So make sure you leave your answers in the comments below so I get a feel from you guys. Am I going the right direction, or do you think I should go in another direction? All right. Thanks again, guys, for watching. As always, I really appreciate your support and I need it. So make sure you smash up the like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and stay tuned for my next video. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.